Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, we're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. Sort of a holiday week, but don't let that fool you. We definitely don't work banker's hours here, so we have a full schedule to get to. A lot of little things, I guess you could say. We have some weird price hikes from Clear. We have Robinhood Gold being sneaky, adding in another fee for customers. And American Express has a lot of little updates, including a weird yet valueless partnership with Apple that we'll talk about as well. And the Centurion card even makes a random cameo as well. All that and more. So, of course, if it sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now we'll lead off with Clear. Everyone's sort of fastest way to get through airport security, where it used to be that so much. Now they are actually raising the price from a Clear Plus membership. So you've got it on screen for you. They are going to raise it. It's currently $209. They're going to bump it up $10 to $219 on July 1st. So that actually already happened. So happy birthday, Merica. Now, this has it's increased quite a bit over the last few years, I want to say. Now, Amex has already come out and said they will match the fee hike by bringing up their Clear credit to match. I imagine others who offer Clear credits will do the same. We found this from Compliments of the Street. Now, the funny thing about this is last time I was at airport, a lot of them have like TSA pre-check touchless where it's almost the same thing. Their line is more windy to get to the guy up front to scan your face, but you don't do ID or boarding pass. You just stand there, they scan your face, and you go, which to me kind of makes Clear almost becoming irrelevant. I know you can use Clear in other places and other settings, getting into stadiums and what have you, but for the airport, I think when they've got TSA pre-check touchless, it's just about the same. Could it be a little bit quicker? Sure, but it's so close that many of us have pre-check and global entry that I think you're fine now, really. And it's specifically for airports, unless I'm missing something, because you can't skip the TSA screening for whatever reason, we're still pretending that's useful. Clear might be running its course for airports, especially since they keep hiking the fee. But you'll have to let me know what your experience is with TSA touchless. I mean, obviously it's not at every single airport, but the times I've seen it and used it, it's been pretty quick. Unless you get behind someone who's like really anti-face scan, which is silly because they already have your face anyways. But anyways, there you go. So something else that's become so useless it's getting closed down is Capital One dining. Now, I didn't even know they had this. I'm sure we've talked about this in the past, but apparently it is a thing, or it was a thing. So I believe we found this one on Reddit. I was posted. So this is the note Capital One is sending. So update about Capital One dining beginning September 29th of 2026. Cardholders will no longer be able to book reservations. Now, reservations taking place after this date will still be valid and viewable through December 31st. So got to finish your meal before the end of the year. Our cardholder exclusive dining experience will be available on Capital One Entertainment, where eligible cardholders will earn elevated rewards and can redeem rewards for tickets. So I guess it's still sort of alive. They're moving it under Capital One Entertainment, but it sounds like it's as its own thing. It's closing down. The likelihood is that this didn't really amount to much of a differentiator for Capital One to keep focusing on it. I would suspect this was supposed to be their answer to American Express's Resi system. I think Chase even has like a sort of a dining one, but neither one of them come close to what Amex is trying to do, even though they did just kind of reduce the amount of restaurants on Resi like a week or two ago. So I don't know if you were using this or not, but there you go. There is your heads up for that. Don't have too much to say because, again, I forgot it was there. But, again, it still sounds like it's going to be there if you loved it. It's just going through Capital One Entertainment, which, again, sounds like it's just easier to take this feature and roll it into an existing platform versus continue to support dining as its own platform, as where we, again, talked 2 weeks ago about Amex. Even they bought The Fork. It's a European company, but to basically bolster up the back end for Resi, I want to say. So, it's still there, but, whatever, I guess. Moving right along to something that was there is no longer there for new cardholders, if you can even become a new cardholder, because we're talking about the Robinhood Gold Card. The 3% card that still, for some reason, 3 years later, still has a wait list, and I'm sure I'll get some comments of folks saying they're still on said wait list to get the credit card. Well, that is unfortunate because we have this notice that it was very sneaky. I found this was also from the street. They're on a run today. reporting things in the news. But as you can see here, Robinhood, we'll just read what they said. Robinhood has introduced a new foreign exchange fee, foreign transaction fees, what we would say, fee policy for the credit card starting July 1st. Already happened. Credit will be, I don't even know why they say credit, but credit will begin charging a new FX foreign exchange fee for customers who are onboarded on or after 7. Onboarded is a fancy way of saying new cardholders. Current credit card customers are not impacted by this change for now. The fee, I believe, will be 3%. They even put "for now" in that statement, which means it's going to happen at some point. The quickest thing is just to cut it off for new applications, because then you can't really be mad. I mean, you can still be mad if you've been on the wait list forever, and then retroactively they'll go back and stop it for the existing cardholders. It's probably, my guess is, again, this is probably part of why the thing's been slow rolling out. They're trying to get a handle on expenses and fees before they really open it up. I just would have thought after 3 years, I want to say it's been 3 years. I could be wrong with that. Definitely 2. They would have had a grasp on that, but not the case, which is annoying because it was kind of billed as, hey, it's $50 and you get a do everything credit card, not to worry about. So this is an easy thing for them to kind of rein in, but it is, I find it a little bit concerning over there, especially as we see a lot of card programs and rewards becoming more ticky-tacky, like Chase, for example, stopping you from redeeming ultimate reward points to external bank accounts. Very ticky-tack type stuff. This I would put under that, but it's continuously spreading. So there is that. Now, continuing right along with very ticky-tack minor changes, but annoyances nonetheless. You Sapphire Reserve fans out there, and we could have a lot more Sapphire Reserve fans given they just came off of having a 150,000 point intro offer, which was a pretty good one. If you remember Chase Pay Yourself Back, that thing is basically a shell of what it was in the Wuhan flu era when it was, the 1.5x back. I don't even know why they still have it, but they do. And there are some changes you need to be aware of in case this is how you're planning on cashing out some points. So the good doctor has this set up for us. They're basically kneecapping this thing even more. So your categories, again, are going to be gas stations, public transit, the annual fee, and select charities if you're just in a giving mood. But the motto here is like the good Pirates of the Caribbean: take what you can, give nothing back. So gas stations is now a 1.2 as where it used to be 1.25. Public transit is 1.2 where it used to be 1.25. Annual fee is still 1.25. Redemption and charities is 1.5. It probably would have just been really bad if they nerf charities. Now the Sapphire Preferred, I believe, has public transit at 1.05, pet supply stores and vet services at 1.1, annual fee at 1.1, and then select charities at 1.25. I guess, right, I think, again, very ticky-tack to just move it down that much. I'm not even sure why they still have this on here. Clearly they don't want it around anymore. I guess if you're like me and you got a Sapphire Reserve and I'm doing the Business Reserve intro offer, then you could, I was going to cash out for 1 cent a point, I might as well cash out for some transactions to get a little bit more value, but it just seems unnecessary at this point to just lower it by that much. Again, I think this will be gone probably by the end of the year. They'll just end up phasing out. And why not just phase it out now? I don't know, but hey, they didn't ask me. Now, on to new business, and this is the American Express side. We do have a survey from American Express about the Hilton business card, so we love to overreact to surveys. All right, from the good doctor, the survey's proposed changes. The annual fee would get hiked from $195 to $345, which is quite a hike. Hilton credits are at $240. They moved to $320. So it's currently at a $60 per quarter type deal. They would add a $150 business credit. They would work at AI places, advertising, accounting software, tax prep, and cloud services. So you could do that. Some other surveys, it said for electronic goods, which could be nice, maybe like a Best Buy. There's a new value back, in quotes, when you book 7+ stays through Hilton for business. You get a $100 statement credit, 200,000 Hilton points, etc. So it just kind of depends. It looks like they don't know exactly what they're going to give you for that yet, but something for booking 7 or more stays. free nights after 15,000 and 60,000 in spend. There were some variations of that on different surveys. New increased earn rates on some categories, access to Hilton lounges and events, and then annual upgrade certificates as well. So quite the fee hike, as we've seen, more credits, things like that. They're not giving you more status. It's just more credits and, of course, encouraging more spend. I don't see anything there really that jumps out to me. Again, it's a fee hike. We'll give you some more stuff, but we're encouraging more spend. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I don't think this is an amazing of a change by any means. I would vote no on this if they were asking, even as a business card. I just don't see it. But again, you Hilton faithful, you can let me know down below if I'm missing something. But does not seem like that jump an annual fee is justified at the least bit. Again, I think it's the same with all these coupon cards. If you want to let the credits be lump sum, then we can talk. But until then, I think it's tough. Obviously, we know by now, after years of doing this, why they wouldn't let them be lump sum. We know what happens. But we'll stay on the Amex train for the final 3 stories. So apparently, I didn't know this was a thing either, but American Express can now see across logins and membership rewards accounts. So for example, if you had you had set up 2 different Amex profiles, maybe with different emails. Apparently those used to be siloed off, and now American Express basically is taking a view on your entire profile. So again, we've got 2 data points, I think 3 actually, from Reddit. We're saying basically this guy was saying, he reported they no longer see upgrade offers for their Amex Gold, as the other login with the gold card knows the user has a platinum on another login. So basically they know that, hey, you're actually within the family rules, so I'm not going to give you an offer. That's no longer a way to get around it. I didn't know people were doing that. Funny enough, I just opened a Citi account for a checking offer and they put me in different profiles, which is very annoying. I guess after my experience trying to get them to merge the 2 together, I guess it shouldn't surprise me that they actually can't see it or couldn't see it for the longest time, even though there should be some commonality between those data fields like your name, your social, and your address. So just be aware of that if you were using that trick. American Express now sees all like the eye of Sauron. What I didn't see coming from American Express is a weird partnership with Apple, though. It was on Mac Rumors. They also had a press release as well, that you're probably looking at. You can now redeem membership reward points through Apple Pay. Why you would want to do this, I don't know. The value itself is 0.7 cents a point, which is a little bit better. Just cashing them out is 0.6, so it's the tiniest bit of better, but it's not great. I mean, they have a cool infographic showing you how to do it. You can see there. They've got a press release. Card members want rewards that fit naturally into how they shop and spend. That was from one of their EVPs. With this launch, we're making it easier than ever for card members to use membership reward points on purchases they make every day. Users want flexibility and choice when shopping online. We're excited to work with American Express to bring card members a powerful new way to redeem rewards when checking out with Apple Pay. I guess, I mean, here's the thing about it. Like, the words you're saying are not untrue, but you have these cashback cards. Why don't you just use the cashback cards? No one here is going to want to do this. I would imagine, though, given the popularity of these Amex cards, there are quite a number of folks who don't necessarily even realize the haircut they're taking on redeeming points for other things. So I can see the everyday person maybe wanting to do this. Don't do it, though. If you're going to do anything but transfer MR points to travel partners, cancel the card before your next annual fee post, because you're just wasting your time and money. But not to be left out, the Centurion card, as promised, makes an appearance. I used to have a clip of Kanye saying, "Oh my God, is that the black card?" But I think people would get upset if I use that still, but I just referenced it, so it's kind of the same thing. Are we even still mad at him? I don't know. I was never mad at him, but some people were. I don't remember what he did. I digress. The Centurion card is getting another coupon, as if these folks would care. I'll put it up for you. Don't worry, though. It's just Resi. They're introducing your new $1,000 Resi credit. I could have sworn they already had this, but apparently not. Enroll to earn up to $250 in quarterly statement credits when you use your Centurion card for eligible Resi purchases, including dining at over 10,000 qualifying U.S. restaurants. Select Resi event tickets and dining events at Centurion, New York. Simply pay with your card to receive up to $1,000 back each calendar year. Nothing says luxury like having to opt in to use a credit. Doesn't this thing have like a $10,000 initiation fee or application fee? So maybe it's $5,000 application. You got to basically pay to apply for it, I think. And then of course there's the annual fee, which is a few $1,000s as well. And the best they got for you is a Resi credit. I don't know if people with black cards would even care or notice or want to be bothered with it. I mean, maybe if you're going to the Centurion New York, I think that you probably know about the Centurion New York deal. That could probably be helpful. But the rest of it, I'm like, do you even care? I sure don't, but I thought it was funny to end on. So there you have it. There is the news for America's birthday weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can tell the computer that by pressing the thumbs up button down below. If you find it particularly interesting, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we're posting content just like this every single week. And of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And of course, every single day over on profitablecontent.com, which is of course the channel's blog, always linked down below for you, as well as on the channel homepage. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. So again, happy birthday, Merica, and we will talk to you very soon in the next one.